10,000 silver bullets. That's the title of the presentation. We have an industry specialist in software architectures for mission critical, distributed, and parallel computing for capital market products. Well, he has served many global capital market leaders, including the London Stock Exchange, in technical and leadership capacities. He believes in how the software is built is as important as the software itself. His key interests are agile development and emotional intelligence in teams. He mentors and coaches professionals to help them improve their overall value addition. The project director of Millennium Surveillance, Millennium IT. Please welcome on stage Lilan Priyashantha.
Hi, my name is Blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. That's very exciting. Okay, assuming that you're being hired, where do you see yourself in the next 3 years? In the next 3 years, I'll become a technical team lead in your company. I'm all set for that. Yes. Technical team lead? Oh my God. I'm a technical team lead and it took me 6 years to come here. Okay, anyway, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years and 7 years? In the next 5 years, I'll become the vice president of engineering of your company. I'm sure I'll be able to do that. In the next 7 years, I want to become the CEO of this company. I want to take it to the world. I want to grow it and make it so successful. I want to. Can you repeat what you said? You want to become C what O? C what O? We all have been interviewees, at least for one day in our lives. Some of us have been interviewers as well. We've seen the inspiring optimism in the eyes of the interviewees about their future job roles. But in practice, how practical they are in real life. In other words, is there such a formula that makes people's careers so successful? Grades are so great and the rest are so normal. Is there one such formula that makes the great so great? Let me take you to 1956. At the age of 8, 2 kids from Washington got access to one of the first computers in their school. So obsessed with programming, they even sneaked out of their homes after bedtime just to use the computer to do programming. And today, can you guess who they are? Come on, guys. Are you sleeping? Who are these 2 kids? Come on, I can't hear you. Bill Gates and Paul Allen, founders of Microsoft. Thousands and thousands of hours of coding, programming experience set them for a great start to build the world's biggest software corporation. All right, Let me take you to 1960. A high school band, a high school rock band, went to Hamburg, Germany to play in their local clubs. They were underpaid. The acoustics were terrible. And the crowds were really unappreciative, not like you. They had to play 8 hours a night, 7 nights a week. That's not good, right? And today, we know them as the Beatles. Before they've actually emerged on the international spotlight, they've played 1,200 times together in concerts. Just imagine, most bands today don't play 1,200 times in their entire careers. The greats weren't great because at birth they could paint. The greats were great because they paint a lot. The great weren't great because at birth they could paint. The greats were great because they paint a lot. In his 2008 book Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell wrote, 10,000 hours is the magic formula for success. Opportunities to practice early and often make the great so noticeably great so that other people consider them as great. Remember, my friends, 10,000 hours. Okay, all these examples are from overseas. Let me take you to the highlands of Sri Lanka. At the age of 7, a little kid was trained by his father to play cricket in their backyard. His father was a lawyer, has kept some of his clients waiting until they finish their cricketing sessions. At the age of 22, years after, this little kid debuted in the international cricket and has become the most respected cricketer of our time. Any guesses who he is? Kumar Sangakkara. Ooh. Kumar Sangakkara came to Millennium IT a few years back, and he recollected what made him such a fine player, such a fine cricketer. 15 years of practice before starting to play in the international level. Not just 15 years of practice, 15 years of deliberate, passionate practice. That is the secret. Okay, those who are very interested in Kumar Sangakkara, how old is he now? Any guesses? Ladies? Any guesses? How old Kumar Sangakkara now? Sorry? 29? 39. Excellent. I think he's around 39. Just count the number of years that he's been practicing cricket from the age of 7. He has around 32 years of practice on one thing. That is cricket. He has 32 years of cricket behind him. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? All right. How many of cricketers do we have here tonight? All right. Anybody playing in the club level? All right, great. Just 2 hands rising up. What about the musicians? Anyone who's playing at In a professional level? Okay, no hands. So probably I'm giving you wrong examples. Let's talk about something that we all know, something that we all are familiar with. Engineering, IT, ICT. Have you ever read one of the copies of the SAM's Teach Yourself series? Please raise your hand if you have ever read a book of the SAM's Teach Yourself series. Great. I've seen some hands coming up. Thank you. There are books such as Teach Yourself C++ in 21 days, Teach Yourself PHP in 24 hours. When I searched Amazon to find similar titles, I found around 600 titles such as this. And out of those 600 items, most of them are actually related to, guess what? Software engineering, programming. Looks like there's a little trend in completing or teaching oneself programming in a very short period of time. But we know that is easily said than done. In fact, Peter Norvig argues that you should teach yourself programming in 10 years. 10 years? Whether it is 10 years or 10,000 hours. That's a lot of commitment, right? That's a lot of commitment. This guy gives us a formula, a recipe for interested parties to go and master programming. Just take a look. Starting from getting interested, program, talk, doing it with other colleagues, doing projects afterwards, and then list a lot of programming languages likewise. It's a long list, a comprehensive one. Who want to spend 10 years of your precious life learning programming? Raise your hands, please. Anyone? All right, great. So the rest are either not interested in programming or they're not interested in learning it in 10 years. So let me give you a hint. Good that you are here today. If you are not interested in spending 10 years of your precious time, there's one way, and this is the only way. So I'll give you a minute to digest this. It's about an alternative way that you can use to learn C++ in just 21 days. I hope you are awake and reading this. If you get it, at least I should see a smile. All right, thanks. This has been there in Millennium IT presentations, especially recruitment presentations. What does it say? Get yourself guided by 250 years of experience building software architectures. By the way, Millennium IT wasn't started in 1750s. It was started in 1996. How it is possible? This talks about the cumulative experience of the software architect's layer in Millennium IT. Today, we believe that is one of the biggest assets that our company has. If you look at the new world, the biggest assets that they have are not their fancy factories, not even their intellectual property. It is not their fancy brand names. It is their valuable employees, top employees, their skills, their experience. That is the most valuable thing in the new world. So there's a difference between the old world and the new world. All right, let's move on. So it's almost 2 a.m. in the morning. Let us do some simple mathematics, 5th grade mathematics. I'll give you two equations. 25 into 10 is equal to 250. 5 into 50 into 5 is equal to 250. Can you deduce 25 into 10 is equal to 50 into 5? Anyone agrees? Okay, thank you. What about you, madam? Do you agree? Okay. What about you, sir? You agree? Are you sure? Okay, might be in trouble. What about the others? Do you agree? Yes. All right. Then let's try to put these equations into a practical context. Let's assume that a software company has 25 software architects having 10 plus years of experience. Is it equal to having 50 architects of 5 plus years of experience? Is it? Is it? No, right? Mathematically it sounds right, but in practice it's not. And I don't have to tell you why, right? I don't have to tell you why. In my 12-year-long career, I've been building trading system products. When we build the latest version of the product, we feel we are implementing something like a masterpiece with all the features that we have ever dreamed of, with n times performance gains that the market has never seen. So excited. But after a few years, get the feeling, what the crap that we've done? When we go on to the redesigning of the next version, we see so many areas that we need to throw away, re-engineer, restructure, re-innovate. But if I quit myself after a successful product iteration, I wouldn't understand. I wouldn't get the experience of the destruction of the previous version of the product. When you rebuild, redesign a newer product version, replacing an existing version, that is called an act of creative destruction. Keyword, creative destruction. Did you notice? It is what makes the human civilization forward. The Gadolbagi telephone that you used to carry a few decades back has now evolved into something that you can carry and you can use in front of everyone. So sexy, so thin, so beautiful. It is the creative destruction that moves the civilization forward. It is said the term actually came from the powers of Hindu god Shiva. God Shiva is responsible for the creation as well as the destruction of the world at the same time, simultaneously creating and destroying the world. What you see here is a portrait of God Shiva in Shivanatraj. Take our interview example. take that example and say, what do you think about it? Will our interviewee require 3 times 10,000 hours or 3 times 10 years for him to become a CEO? What do you think? My feeling is, if he's not equipped with the right business and management skills, the right attitude, he might not even become an effective manager at all. But at the same time, if he's gifted with management, business, the technicalities, the attitude, he might even become a CEO in less than 7 years. My friends, practice isn't a sufficient condition for success. But it definitely improves your success, the probability of your success, even if you are not gifted with anything. Practice definitely improves your probability of success. For example, I might play chess for 100 years, but I will not become the grandmaster at all, because I don't want to. And I don't have the brain, the type of brain that a grandmaster might have. Wow, this is a masterpiece. I love it. It is said that if you give enough time and material to a set of monkeys, they'll even reproduce Mona Lisa and typewrite the great plays of Shakespeare. In practice, I would say, they might not reproduce Mona Lisa, they might reproduce a Monkey Lisa. They might not reproduce Macbeth. They might reproduce a monkey Beth. But the fact remains true. Please raise your hand if you want to make a dent in the universe by having a remarkable career. Please raise your hand. No one? All right. Only a handful. Just 5-10 people want to have a remarkable career. Is that all? Are you sure? Okay. What to do? If you want to make a dent in the universe by having a remarkable career, my friends, there is no single silver bullet. No single silver bullet can save you and create a great career. I'm afraid no. But there are 10,000 of them. 10,000 silver bullets, my friends. 10,000 silver bullets. Thank you.